Well, my name's Aimee and I'm the Care and Connection Pastor here at River Life, and you've probably heard this year has been a year where we have really tried to go out into the community together. And one of the ways that we've done that is through our community lunch. It's a free community meal every Wednesday that we started just after Easter, and I have some of my team here with us, and we're going to tell you a little bit about it. So, Liezl, you are part of our cooking team, and you come in. You come in when you're rostered, but you also come when you don't, because you're amazing. But tell us a little bit. You were asking God earlier in the year where you could be involved and how he could use you. You thought it might be down one path, turned out to be another. Pastor Ian had a vision for you. Tell us a little bit about that.
So in the beginning of the year, I was in between, where does God want me? And I came for an interview at church, and during the interview we prayed together. And after we prayed, Pastor Ian said that he had a vision of my childhood kitchen, and there's something in the top drawer. And then I immediately thought, oh, top drawer, pot of gold, let's go. And then on my drive back home, I was praying and asking God, what was in my top drawer in the kitchen of my mom's house? And then God said, just go open the drawer. And I opened the drawer, and I remembered my mom's apron was in the top drawer, and the serving board where she always cut the bread and sliced the bread for us after school. And then God just said, the apron, serving. Put on the apron and be a servant. Be where God wants you to be, serving others.
And you do a beautiful job of that. So tell me, what do you love about being on team at Community Lunch?
Serving. Just being part of the community lunch, cooking the food, seeing all the people gathering around a nice plate of food, having that community engaging in conversation with each other.
And because when you're not here, this year you've been working as a residential youth worker, looking after at-risk kids in home rotation. Seeing their lives, how important is community for them as well?
We rely on community a lot in the job. The kids are very disconnected from community. They had a negative influence in the community. So for us to engage them in the community in a positive way, community programs, and just getting them back into the community in a positive way, community plays a big role in what we do.
It does. I think they say that loneliness is one of the biggest issues for all of us in community, and having someone to connect with is really important. Marcus, you're also on Community Lunch team. I'll bite a brief break in the middle. Tell us, how long have you been at River Life, and how did you come to be here?
I've been hanging around here since the start of the year. This time last year I wasn't doing terribly well. I had been fired from my job and evicted from my house, and I was living in some bushland a little bit that way. In January this year, our mutual friend Corey was walking by, and he called out to me and eventually convinced me to come in here. And I remember you because you kept offering me food, and I started having lunch with all of the staff here, and got the opportunity to ask a lot of questions and make some connections. And then in April, my mother died, which ultimately led to my decision to go to rehab, which is where I've been for the last 5 months at Teen Challenge in Toowoomba.
Can we put our hands together for Marcus? Marcus, you have lots of gifts. It has been a gift to walk alongside you, and you love cooking, and you are always messaging me any time of the day or night with, what about we cook this? What about we put this together? Up at Teen Challenge, you got really involved with leading the kitchen up there and cooking with young guys. Where do you feel, tell us a little bit about that and where you feel God's calling you to use your skills and gifts for him.
Yeah, well, at Teen Challenge, I found that the kitchen kind of created a special kind of place. For me, going from being quite isolated to going into a pretty crowded place with 15 other guys, often it felt like the choice was between isolation and kind of unbearable noise and chaos, and the kitchen was kind of a private but shared space where two guys who maybe wouldn't choose to spend time with each other are kind of forced to work together and relate to each other. And so there were opportunities for kind of bonding and conversations that might not otherwise occur. And it was also an opportunity for some guys to get their first taste of kind of putting in a little bit of effort and doing something for the other guys around them, and then getting a very immediate feedback of gratitude and kind of getting that feeling of what it's like to do something for other people.
And so how do you see now God using those skills that you've got to cook and to teach other people?
Well, I really enjoy cooking and growing things, plants, and I love learning and I love sharing what I've learnt, and I would like to use the kitchen and also the garden as places to try to communicate my enthusiasm for how we can look after ourselves and each other through just being more active in the food we eat.
That's awesome. And so you've had a big journey this year. What are you thankful for, and how have you seen God at work in your life this year?
I'm very thankful for all the people that have kind of been placed in my path that have, over the course of the year, led to just a complete turnaround of my life. And I'm just really eager to find how I can be a positive part of my community from now on.
It's awesome. Thank you. Would you guys put your hands together for Marcus and Liezl? Community lunch is open to anybody on a Wednesday. If you know somebody who would like to come along who just needs community, bring them along. 12:30 every Wednesday. We are having our Christmas party on the 18th of December, which is the last one for the year. So yeah, we hope to see you guys there. Thank you.